What's up, YouTube? Welcome back to the channel. So, The Crown Tundra just came out about a week ago, and I haven't had the chance to talk about it or, give my thoughts and opinions on this DLC. And now that I finally got some free time and finally get the chance to actually talk about it, here's my little small review and what I think is going to happen next for the Pokemon company and Sword and Shield. Will Sword and Shield have a future? Will they have more DLC coming out for it? But before I get into that, be sure to like, comment, subscribe, and share with your friends and family that love, anime, gaming, and of course comics. But other than that, let's go on and get into the nitty-gritty of what is the Crown Tundra. So the Crown Tundra DLC was good. It was really good. It's way better than Isles of Armor. And I can even sit here and say that it was way better than the main story. To me, it was better than the main story. Other people might look at me sideways and be like, it wasn't that great. It wasn't better than the main story. But to me personally, it was better than the main story. And the reason why I say it was better than that is because the legendary Pokemon that they introduced in the Crown Tundra, they introduced more legendary Pokemon than they did in the main story. In the main story, all we got was Zamazenta and Zacian, depending on which game you bought, and Eternatus, and that's it. And I don't even have my Zamazenta anymore. Now, I still have a Zacian because I have Sword and Shield. My Eternatus, I only have one Eternatus. I traded my Eternatus and my Zamazenta when I first got the game because I wasn't really big on these two legendary Pokemon. But with the Isles of Armor and Crown Tundra, they introduced us to more legendary Pokemon. Now, Isles of Armor, you only got Cubfu and Urshifu, but Crown Tundra, dude, they were like packed to the brim legendary Pokemon. We had the Galarian birds. No, I wouldn't say Galarian birds, but the original birds got Galarian forms. So like Articuno, Zapdos, Moltres, they ended up getting Galarian forms. And it opens up a big can of worms and people theorizing like maybe there are more than one set of legendary birds in the whole Pokemon world because they didn't really explain that much about it. In fact, I had a theory while I was playing the game because it just came up to me when I was watching the cutscene where, Zapdos, Articuno, and Moltres show up. And my theory was, is it that when Moltres, Zapdos, and Articuno come to the Galarian region and they eat the berry from this tree, do their forms change? They didn't really explain it. Game Freak just left it up in the air like, hey, look, 3 birds, they got Galarian forms. What you make out of it is what you make out of it. Come up with all the wild theories you can, ladies and gentlemen. And that's the cool thing about it. They left it shrouded in mystery. Some people saying that these are the original not Galarian birds, but the original trio. And this is what they originally supposed to look like. And this is their OG forms compared to how they looked in Kanto. The Kanto forms are their, I guess, not their true forms from what I've done read and what people done told me. But I'm going off the whole, they probably transform when they get to Galar once they eat a certain berry. Now, another cool thing that came to mind and that I thought was fucking dope was the Calyrex, Dark Rider, and Ice Rider. Now, in the rumors, they said that, Calyrex is supposed to get a steed, and Calyrex is the king of the bountiful harvest. I thought he was the king of Galar, but no, he's the king of the bountiful harvest, which means that he's the king of growing shit. Like, he can make your crops grow fast. And his story could have been dragged out a little bit longer. I would like to see that, but it didn't. It's pretty much what we were doing was helping him get his steed back. Depending on which horse you picked, you got a choice between his Dark Rider and his Ice Rider. And you have to go to certain parts of the Crown Tundra, plant this carrot, like an ice carrot or a ghost carrot, take it to the I guess his cathedral, his little castle, and feed it to one of his steeds, and that's the steed that you'll get. Now, you only get one, so you can start the game over and get another one, just like how they did with the Reggies too. The same thing, you got to catch all the Reggies, Regirock, Steel and Ice. Then you'll go to the temple that's called, I think it's called Split Decisions Temple, and you pretty much had to, step on the lights, or these little markers on the ground, and make a certain pattern to unleash either Regieleki or Regidrago. Now, I got Regidrago because I love its design. It's pretty badass in my book. And Regieleki is real fast, but Reggie Draco was more bulky. So I was like, I'd rather use the person that's more bulky than the one that's fast, because Reggie Lecky's like HP is pretty much garbage. But when it comes down to Reggie Draco, has a lot of weaknesses when it comes down to fairy, dragon, ice. Reggie Lecky, I think it just has earthquake and all the earth type Pokemon. But the one cool thing I did like the most that kept me coming back for more and more and more and more and more is the return of past legendary Pokemon. Now, I haven't caught all the past legendary Pokemon. You know, I got like Suicune, Lugia, Ho-Ho. I just got what's it called, an Ultra Beast. I think I got Guzzlord or what it was. But the cool thing about it was they brought back all, I wouldn't say all legendary Pokemon, because not all legendary Pokemon are in this game. Like the mythicals, the only mythical Pokemon I can sit here and say that I got a hold of is Keldeo. And Keldeo, that shit was dope. I haven't had a Keldeo in years, to be honest with you. Usually Keldeo is a special event type Pokemon, but this time you get to catch them. If you catch all the Swords of Justice Pokemon in the game, which there is a side story, side quest you can do to where you can get them, Keldeo will pop up and he'll be in his, I guess, his resolution sword mode or whatever. But it is pretty dope how Pokemon did this. And the max raid battles are amazing too. The max raid adventures, you know, it is kind of tedious when you team up with folks that just want to BS and not know what they're doing. Sometimes they'll give up a good Pokemon just because, oh, this Pokemon is my favorite Pokemon, so I'm going to give up this one and get this, when it's not really needed to do so, but they'll do it anyways. And that's the sad thing about Nintendo. Like, they should make it to where we can talk to people through like headsets to let them know like, hey, that was a dumbass move you just made. But I have to sit and say Pokemon did their damn thing when it came down to the Crown Tundra. And I hope and pray that the rumor is that they are making another DLC. I think it's called a Citadel of Fire or something like that. Something Citadel. That's all I know. And on one side of me, I'm like, nah, I don't think they should make another DLC. But on the other side of me is like, hey, man, y'all did real good with this Crown Tundra. Let's see what else y'all can do. You know, they said all Pokemon are supposed to be making a return eventually. So we don't have all the Pokemon just yet. Now, a lot of people are speculating that, hey, they brought all these fossil Pokemon back, but they didn't bring back the Diamond and Pearl fossil Pokemon, nor their starters. So we have to wait. We have to sit back and see. But other than that, that's all I got for y'all. I enjoyed it. So, but that's all I got for y'all. Hope y'all being safe. But other than that, peace.